You ever feel like the childlike wonder of opening packs full of random cards and sticking your favorites into a deck has been sucked out of the game? Decks today are all about optimizing hand trap ratios and playing the most optimal strategies possible, but where's the fun in that? In this series, we're trying to get to the highest rank in Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel, Master 1, by only opening Master Packs after every single win. But since we have already reached Diamond, we have entered Master Mode. Now we take 2 Master Packs after every single win. Credit to Cimo and Hausman for inventing. Playing Master Duel Masochist makes me feel like I'm playing a totally new game. But do you know what else can make you feel like you're playing a totally new game?
Are you ready to take your Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel play experience to a new level? The Untapped GG Companion is here for you. Use the deck tracker to know exactly what cards you have in your deck, and to go over any cards you aren't familiar with yet by hovering over them. It instantly updates when you draw a card, and automatically hides if you check your extra deck or graveyard. This is the perfect tool to help you master a new deck. The Untapped GG Companion also lets you import decks directly into the game in seconds. Copy any YDK or YDKE deck string, create a new deck in-game, click the Start Auto Import button, and let us take the wheel. Once the duel is over, check your win rate on your personal stats page. Brag among your friends and share your decks so they can import them into the game too. Start your path to master today by downloading the Untapped GG Companion at ygom.untapped.gg.
Alright guys, we're back with another episode. This episode, honestly, we can go a lot of different ways. We were working on the Umi deck last time. Probably give that a quick chance. Honestly, this deck's truthfully pretty good now. We keep pulling more and more decent stuff for it. Particularly this, the trap monsters they're pretty decent for it, so we pulled some of that. The Marincess deck we finished off, which was like great. That was like, I think we go half and half this episode. This and this, Marincess, Worm, maybe finish it off with Worm combo. Marincess, Umi, maybe finish it off with Worm combo, maybe go like a trio deck. We fixed this one at the end last time. Okay, we just lost a coin flip. Our opponent is playing what I believe is Swordsoul. Yeah, we don't know what else, but they've got Ashuna, they've got probably Baron right now. Our hand's not bad, it's just, you know how it is. You know it is going second these days. Honestly, it's not terrible. We get burned. I don't know what his hand's looking like, but our hand's not the worst hand ever, so we have some outs to some stuff. Yeah, we have no hand traps or anything. We don't have any dominus cards. We don't have any of that kind of stuff. So we're just going to have to be dealing with things. This is not an unmanageable deck to beat, truthfully. He did open well. I mean, he's got a fully realized version of the deck that we have, so he opened Baron and Long One. He played around Nibiru, which I thought was interesting, but I guess his hand was just that stacked. He could afford to play around Nibiru with this particular hand. Normally, you know, you can't, but he obviously has a very stacked hand. We probably are gonna lose this one because he's gonna search the trap card right now. So he's gonna end on the trap. Oh, never mind, he's gonna search that, which means he probably has the trap, or maybe he drew the trap. Yeah, he's probably gonna end on the trap, a Baron, a hand trap, and the Shisha, which is like the most standard Swordsoul opening ever. Oh, Prometheus. Or Protos, not Prometheus. Different attributes, he'll probably summon this. This is pretty tough to out, too. Because it is, can't be destroyed by card effect, which, against our deck, might as well be Exodia, truth be told, because this destroys. Most of the things we have destroyed by card effect. So unless we go first and set up, it's pretty tough to beat. Yeah, declare dark, whatever. We don't have darks, but not like it matters. But he can't be destroyed by card effects. So this can't be destroyed by card effects. It's a floodgate. This negates a monster effect. It's irrelevant against us. We have no monster effects. And then this Baron is just an Omni negate. So I'm gonna be honest with you, like with this existing hand, I think we just summon this. Truthfully, I think we just summon this. And we set. And we set. And we set. And we pass. I think that's what we do. We can activate this. I guess if it's destroyed, we get to summon a non-effect, which is nice for us. We can deck thin, perhaps, but we activate this. Our opponent can negate it. Maybe I should have activated this, then did all this, but whatever. It's not that serious. Because if he wastes the negate on this, by all means, like, then I just don't have to worry. That's fine. Like, that's fine. Yeah. If this card's owner's possession, spell and trap card zone is destroyed. That's fine. Like, take that away. I got the bait and negate for free. Put chaining on, yes, end phase. Okay, cool. Cool, so he draws here. And we automatically flip. There can only be one. And he doesn't have the Baron negate anymore, which is great for us. So we can out at least... We can out at least one of these two, which obviously I'd rather out this because I have no out for it. But if he keeps this, oh, thank God. So he does that, and now Baron has no negates, so we just flip this to pop it. And that's great. Nope, don't want to negate it, thanks. And that's good. Yeah, that's good. And then we just leave it on that. Now, the only issue is... We're in a decent spot, believe it or not. We're actually in a decent spot because he's playing a worm deck. He's stuck on one worm, yeah. So we're actually in a half-decent spot here. It's just we only have one monster. We basically outed the board, which is fairly impressive. It's his fault for not searching the trap card and getting greedy, but late to the party. No need for you now. I really... He can negate this, which does... Oh, I don't have a negate. It's not live. I hope he lets this resolve. I hope he... Damn, he doesn't let it resolve. He does not let it resolve. Tribute this card, add a field spell. Yeah, quick effect. Target one monster. Negate its effects until the end phase. And then he's going to be able to activate this to level modulate if he wants. Not that that matters in any way. Yeah, unfortunately, I think we just pass here. We just leave Planet Pathfinder on the field. It's a little unfortunate, but like, we slowed down the game state. We made this more competitive than it originally was. So the only reason I'm kind of stuck around here. He really did, like, I understand why he went for Protoss. Protoss is commonly the better play, but realistically, he should have went for the trap card against us, but I guess he didn't know what we were going to have, obviously. And then on top of that, he should have just kept Protoss, because this guy doesn't really do much. Doesn't do anything right now. Damn, we are really... I don't think Ash is going to be coming up. I think we set the Ash. I think we set this to make it live, and we go to end phase. Damn. Honestly, if we draw a normal monster, or if we draw a... Yeah, I think a normal monster right now, or the field spell, the normal... Like, there's so many things we could draw that really kind of help us. A normal monster, the field spell, like... There's a lot of things we can draw. As a matter of fact, looking at our deck... Yeah, the field spell and normal monster would be great. A lot of cards we wouldn't really like to draw right now. Yeah, none of these Solemns we'd want to draw. Power Sink Stone's a little too late. Too little too late. Maybe some, like, Apophis could be helpful, like, because it's a monster. Any of the normal monsters, that's not helpful at all right now. Damn, we are... Our draws are a little rough right now, but it's fine, because we have one more turn to survive. Or draw a monster, so even if we draw, like, a Ghost Ogre or something next turn, we still at least survive. Well, right now we have one more turn. Because he can't really summon anything else either. That's the good thing. He's kind of stuck on one monster. I do have a bunch of back row that essentially does nothing. Which kind of sucks. Okay, he's going to discard a Molcharmy. See, people will see this and then react dramatically. Oh, man. So here's the unfortunate part. The unfortunate part is if I summon this, you can just negate it. So realistically, I'd have to just set it. Like, even though it helps me get to my field spell, it just set it. People sometimes will see a game like this and then react dramatically. And they'll be like, okay, if only we had a Mirror Force that game, we would have won. And that's maybe true. But, like, I can't think like that. Like, the truth is, if I had gone first, I probably would have won this duel. Like, there's no doubt about it. He would have activated any Swordsoul. I would have flipped. There can only be one. He probably would have just scooped. Like, I probably would have... Yeah, it's too late. Now it's actually over because I just have a bunch of cards that don't do anything. Yeah, it sucks. But we basically just set a bunch of cards. They weren't really usable. That actually does suck. You actually did play it out. We did play it out right. We just couldn't really draw a monster at a certain point. This guy, honestly, has a pretty decent Swordsoul deck. And again, like I always say it, like a lot of people will tell me like, yeah, the Swordsoul deck is the key to getting to Master. But like if you ever played in Master, you never see Swordsoul. And this guy's Swordsoul deck is a world better than ours. And like he's in gold. So in reality, like how good is Swordsoul really right now? Okay, let's see what's happening here. We have a terrible hand. That would have been good last duel, but now it's not good enough. Damn, this hand is trash. Yeah, this is rough. This is rough. It sucks because like this is the way this deck is. It's like I don't know if it'll ever be competitive. Like on paper, this deck is very good. But unless we can get to, because we have three of these, so we essentially have 6 copies of the field spell. But sometimes you'll go games without seeing it, and you have the jellyfish, which is, oh man, if he's playing this deck, we just leave. Unless he's just playing Mystical Space Typhoon for the fun of it. If he's actually playing the Mystical Space Typhoon deck, we probably just lose. But it seems like he's setting, which is good news, I suppose. Okay, let's see what happens here. Altergeist. Did not see that coming. Battle phase. Who's this? This attack directly or something? Oh, and draws a card. Now, why in the world this guy played? Why this guy plays Mystical Space Typhoon in an Altergeist deck, I'll never know. Like, I have no idea why some of these people do the things that they do. When did this come out? When did this... Card's not even bad. It's like another Meluseek. When did this come out? Honestly, like, certain decks just release shit under the radar. Like, and Altergeist is one of them. Like, I've never seen this card. And I like to think I'm a decently knowledgeable player on Altergeist, but that I don't even know. This card's not bad. I think we go Clockwork Knight. Yeah, Clockwork Knight. Do we go Time Thief? Do we have Time Thief? We don't have Time Thief, so we don't go Time Thief. I didn't put in the... I didn't put what's her name in, but not like it matters. I didn't put SP Little Knight in here, but SP Little Knight is actually kind of tough to summon in this deck. I mean, I guess you could go like Link Spider, Imduct, but you got to open two. Like, you have to already brick to even be able to put yourself in a position to make an SP Little Knight. Like, if I can make an SP Little Knight in this deck, something has gone horribly wrong, like what's going on right now. Gravity Bind. Foolishness. Here we go. Gravity Bind. Okay, main phase 2. Again, I don't play Time Thief in this deck. Time Thief is actually kind of sick in this deck. We didn't open. We didn't play it. Yeah, so the story with this deck is this deck was primed to Link Summon before. Because we used to play the Scapegoats. That's what we used to play. So we would play the Scapegoats, and it would be very, like, it would be okay in this deck. It kind of messed with the field spell. It's not as good. But it was decent in situations where... Scapegoat was decent in situations where you didn't draw the field spell like right now. But then again, it's just another unsearchable one-of, so you can't rely on an unsearchable... Like, our entire deck, extra deck, was built around an unsearchable one-of. So, it is what it is. He's gonna Link Karibo here, maybe? I don't know. Relinquish to Animo. Ugh. That was avoidable. I can't activate any of these effects because Umi's not on the field. This would have been sick, though. If I had Umi on the field, but you gotta remember, his monster's gonna be weaker than mine, even though he takes my monster. Actually... Does that mean my monster still goes to graveyard? I think my monster still goes to graveyard here. I think it does. But I think I'd rather just save the Ghost Ogre. Because his monster's going to be weaker than mine. Like, it doesn't matter. Like, he's going to take mine. It's 2,000. But then he's going to lose 500. So it's going to be 1,500. And in reality, I think my monster would still get destroyed anyway. Like, my monster would get, like, sent to graveyard or something like that. It's one of those, like, weird rulings. Where I still lose my monster regardless. Alright, end phase. So this guy is playing the world's slowest Altergeist deck. So we're both playing back row decks. Prey of Juraigumo. And the columns are not great right now. Guess we already summoned the other one here. We'll do that, and then we'll go to end phase. Yeah, this kind of blows. This kind of blows. I'm not gonna lie. So one thing I have to say for certain is obviously we got to fix this extra deck. But it's the deck that this deck does not use the extra deck at all. Like, it's not an extra deck. But we just happen to be in a situation where we bricked so bad. Oh my lord, this guy is playing. I think this guy is playing a Masochist deck. Mimicking Maneater Bug. Yeah, this we go Stoker, because then this will destroy. It can't be destroyed by the same as a machine. This is obviously a psychic, so we destroy this, and I think we lose our monster, but at least we don't have to deal with this being on the field. This tragedy of a card. Yeah, so this will get destroyed. Does he destroy my monster? I think he destroys. Yeah, he destroys my monster. He copies like the effects, attack, whatever. I think this guy might be playing a Masochist deck. Yeah, now we activate Prey of Juraigumo, because if this is a Masochist matchup, then we gotta save every life point here. Yeah, first I thought this guy was just a weirdo, but no, now I see he's playing a Masochist deck, so I think he's playing a Masochist deck, which makes sense why he's playing this, because this card's actually not bad. It's it attacks directly and draws for free. Like, that's really not bad. And that explains why he didn't send the card to the graveyard. That explains why he didn't do that. And it makes sense too, because we drew Clockwork Knight, and that probably was a bit of a strategy there. He's going to attack. He might have something. I don't know what he's got, but he might have something in damage step. Nope, nothing in damage step. I don't know why he did that. That I don't know. Up until that just happened, everything seemed genius. And he scoops. Okay, I don't know. I don't know what just happened. We're going to check out his deck. I want to say that's a Masochist player, but I'm not entirely sure. Okay, here's what our opponent was playing. This is not a Masochist player. This is my favorite type of player on here, but it's not a Masochist player. This is what I call the combination of new and old player. This is just a guy who just maybe doesn't play Yu-Gi-Oh! In any way competitively, but just enjoys the game to its fullest. He sees random cards and goes, that's cool, I'm going to put it in my deck. So he's got really, really old cards like Spirit Reaper, but then he'll see a card like Mimicking Maneater Bug and he'll go, oh, this looks really cool, I'm going to try it in my deck. I don't think this is a Masochist, only because I don't think... It is possible to pull 3 URs, and I know it because I've done it, but if you pull 3 URs, first of all, you'd have a full extra deck. I think a Masochist would have a full extra deck. But on top of that, I think this is just a person who just likes old Yu-Gi-Oh! And built a deck around that, but isn't afraid to mix in some newer cards like a Time-Tearing Morganite because it works so well with old Yu-Gi-Oh! And Mimicking Maneater Bug and other stuff, Nibiru for some reason. But this could have been a really fun matchup if we had had our field spell, but I actually think we probably would have won this one regardless. Also, on a total side note, I think this, which we don't have for some reason, this might be the best direct attacker I have ever seen. It attacks directly, it's got decent stats, it's only a level 1, and it draws you a card. This might be the best direct attacker I have ever seen. Like, it really might be, especially in combination with like a Gravity Bind. It actually isn't. This honestly is not a bad direct attacker. It mills an Altergeist card, that's not important, but that actually is one of the better direct attackers I've seen in years. Really kind of a slept-on Masochist card, potentially. That's why it threw me. He has a lot of cards in here that are good Masochist cards, like this, sometimes this. He has, I don't know, I guess if you're using it, Gores, which I have, I didn't realize. That's a decent Masochist card. This is obviously just good generically, but like there's a lot of decent Masochist cards in here. That's why I thought he was a Masochist. Okay, let's open up a Master Pack. We're still in gold. We're in high gold. We're in gold 1. So we probably will get out of gold today. That was a fairly fun matchup. Very, I guess, thought-provoking. 2 hollows. Flufful Cat, I mean. Yosenju, Super All-In, Goatee, Hand Destruction. What is this? A monster special summon from the extra deck. on the field, you can special summon a card from your hand. Okay. During your main phase, you can reduce level all monsters on the field by 1. If you do, increase the score by the level. Okay. During the battle phase or your opponent's main phase, if a level 8 or higher monster, if this card's level is 8 or higher, destroy 1 card on the field. If you do, this card becomes level 5. Honestly, not a bad card for going second deck. Because all they have to have is just a big monster, and if there's enough monsters, you get a quick effect destruction. Kind of a cool card. Yeah. Decent card there. You got a hollow. It is a card we already have. Thank God it's not royal. After damage calculation, when this card battles the most monster, banish that monster. Also banish this card. Why? Why? Like, why? Like, this first part's not good enough. And then you banish this. Why? And why is this a super? That's so underwhelming. Like, seriously, it's such an underwhelming card. Like, sometimes they print stuff and it's like, why make something that bad? Here we go. Next card is Yoki Una, our second, maybe third copy. I don't know. I was just talking about how URs, you could pull 3. We have 2 of this. We never used it. It's a Link 3. It requires zombies. Decent card in a zombie-only deck. But zombies is honestly so high rarity, unfortunately. You look at it. Actually, I'm not going to find anything by related. But like Doom King's a UR. Zombie World's a UR. Necro Banshee is an SR. Like, it's such a high rarity deck. Like, there's no... And we have 3 of this bum? Come on now. Okay, we got Planet Pathfinder, which is cool. We have Sea Stealth and Apophis and Ash. So, honestly, if this resolves, we're in a good spot. If it doesn't resolve, I think we're still in an okay spot because we still have 2 negates and an Ash. So, actually, we have 3 negates. So, really, that's not even... Yeah, even without this resolving, we still have a negate, another negate, and a third negate. Even without anything resolving. Now, we really have a game plan now that we have this. So, I think we set this... We set this, and I think we put chaining on. We can't get a field spell back because we don't have a field spell anyway, so we can just activate the Sea Stealth attack. No, you know what? We play around the Mystical Space Typhoon, right? We do? Yeah, because we don't have anything to banish right now anyway, so it's not like it matters. So we just wrap it up. That's what we do. Yeah, he's going to activate Toons. Okay, that's interesting. Obviously, there's no real point to negate this one, because you'll probably just have the next one. So, you negate the important cards, like the big ones, like Page Flip and stuff like that. That's what you negate with Toons. That's what you definitely negate with Toons. If he's playing Toons, and he's not just playing, like, Sky Striker or Exodia or something. A Page Flip is the kind of card you want to negate. Toon Kingdom, Page Flip. Those are the big cards in that deck. So we flip that. Put chaining on. Get that. Yes. Might as well flip this now because it's not like we're returning a field spell anyway. Now we can banish this. And then we leave it. Applicable card in your hand. Yeah. Okay. So now we grab. I think we grab this for the Toon Kingdom to pop it. So we have a pretty decent setup here. We have for the... Yeah, this is going to be activated immediately. We're going to say goodbye to that card because no one's trying to see it right now. We're not. That's not happening. Thanks for asking. It's not happening. So immediately that's gone. We're going to get rid of that. We can't let that. Yep. I was going to say, you get rid of Toon World, most of the time that deck is pretty much over. I've found that Toon players are some of the most dramatic people on earth. Like, you stop one card and it's over. Like, they just give up immediately. We popped one card. We could have had an MST. One MST would have beat this guy. But they're some of the most dramatic players on earth. Because I've never had on Master Duel a duel against Toons. We've been running this program for like 2 years, right? We've been doing this. I don't think we've ever had an extensive duel against Toons, ever. Like, every single time I pair up against them, going first, going second, if I pop Toon Kingdom, the duel's just over. Okay, here's what our opponent was playing. 47 card deck, all over the place. I mean, he's at least he's not playing the really bad Toons, which is like smart. But like, he's playing the decent ones, some of the good ones. He's playing the this to get this dude out. Like, he's playing that stuff. With a deck like this, I mean, Chain Energy, why is this here? Like, this could be gone. Like, yeah, I like this card. I like Chain Energy, but like, why is this here? Why is Magical Mallet here? Like, he has so many Pot of Duality in a deck that special summons a bunch of monsters that are level 7. Like, you could easily trim this down to 40. Like, without a doubt. You could trim this down to 40. How are you summoning Dragoon in this deck? How are you summoning Dragoon in this deck? Is there a fusion spell? Is there a fusion spell around here? There's no. You might as well just run Lynx. Like, there's no fusion spells. There's no way to summon Thousand Eyes that I'm looking. Am I something wrong with me right now? Like, I don't see any way. Like, half these cards could be gone. These could be just Link monsters. SB Little Knight, why not? Coffin Cellar. Like, there's at least 7 cards in here you could cut without even thinking. And then there's probably another 7 that you can cut to play hand traps. A disaster, if you ask me. Okay, Master Pack, another one. Not the most gratifying win there. But sometimes they're not. And there's, you know, that is a part of the game. Like, sometimes you get scoops and the game's over. Alright, we've got Bujinki, another one. Dream Mirror, very high rarity, very bad deck. Regenesis, could be useful, actually. We keep pulling them. They could be useful. Kasha, Assault, Held by Destiny, blah blah blah, Gate Blocker, and Fusion Tag, the repeat pack. Yeah, we have 2 ofs of everything. We drew a fantastic hand, but we lost a coin flip. This hand is amazing. Damn, it's really good. It's really good. Honestly, I think if we had won the coin flip, this is a game we would have won. I don't even know. I don't even know why I'm saying I think. Because there can only be one solos this deck. It just does. Like, by itself, there can only be one beats this entire strategy. You activate it, they can't do anything. They can't even, like, with other decks, you can tribute your opponents. You can't tribute. There can only be one because you can't attempt to summon anything else. I mean, I guess you can set them and wait and wait and wait. But, like, yeah, this deck literally, this card solos the deck. This puts it over the top. And then having a Fist of the Unrivaled Tenyi to negate things on top of that, it just really just closes out the strategy. Is the triple normal summon field spell. Yeah. Or no, 1 normal summon. But it might as well be a triple normal summon because they're going to summon 54 times on your turn anyway. This was one of the original summon on your opponent's turn decks that really started it all. We're going to go to main phase immediately. He's going to have 8 activations. Lucky us. Okay, so we're going to go. Well, he had the ability to activate 8 activations. He chose not to. Call by the Grave. Okay. Well, sometimes those 1-ofs gets you. That's life. Sometimes they get you, right? Sometimes they get you. It's unfortunate, but that's life. And now we just set a bunch of stuff and wrap it up, I think. Yeah, I think we just set that, pass. We really don't have any other plays. We draw the most bomb hands going second. We really do. Like, this hand was disgustingly good. There's another one, like, even if he has an Ash Blossom in hand, I don't think there's a doubt in my mind that we win this duel. That's how good this hand was. This hand is insanely good. Because this, like I said, this alone just beats his whole deck. But now he's going to summon Ryza and put things on the top of my deck and bounce things to my hand. And yeah. Now things get rough. Yeah, it really depends on what he targets here. The exact one we need. It's over. Damn, that sucks. Again, that's like one of those things. It's slipped through our fingers there. And then we go first and we don't draw anything. We draw 3 normal monsters when we go first. Okay, we just wow, this is a good hand. We just won the coin flip. Damn, this is a really good hand. Jellyfish? Yeah, nah. I think we should go Planet Pathfinder. I think we go with this. Like I said, hopefully this goes through Planet Pathfinder. If we can get to this field spot, we're in there. Yeah, this is a really good hand because we can just essentially just sit on this token, and it doesn't matter if they're playing. This is a good combination. We're just gonna the goes in match plus there can only be one is really good because this hits all of the decks that are different like attributes, and this hits all of the decks that are the same typing So between the two of these, you pretty much hit every deck that's like ever been imagined. So this is an amazing combination here. As long as they don't open like a random Harpy's Feathers, which can happen. We're in gold. They're setting. That's, I don't know if that's good news. They're setting. That's news. Holy shit. A Patroid. Are we playing against a Roid player? I have not seen a Roid player since I was born. I don't think I've ever seen anybody actually play this deck. I remember I made a tier list for this deck. And I called a bunch of cards bad. And I think there was one guy who like responded to me and was like, "You're completely wrong. I've been playing this deck for years." I was like, I was shocked. I was like, "Have you really?" I've never seen it. We might actually have run into our first Roid player ever. Patroid. This card is... See, this is the problem. Roids might be the worst archetype ever. Because there's archetypes that are smaller than Roids that are terrible, right? There's archetypes that have 3 cards, 5 cards, like tiny archetypes. But this is actually a small archetype. I know you click related, you get all this random shit, but in reality, this card's a 7-card archetype. Like, this archetype in itself, thank God he did that, because now we can summon a token. This archetype we're playing right now is a tiny archetype. And I don't want to negate any of his effects. They all suck, so we're definitely going with the card that pops. Because what am I going to negate? Patroid? Like, this archetype, the Phantasm Spiral archetype, I think is like 7 cards total. This is much larger, but, like, it's still a world better. Like, you go to related cards on this, every one of these cards sucks, except for Mixroid, which is in itself nerf 2, because it's like Tribute 1, Special Summon 1 non-wind machine, Roid monster. Meanwhile, it's a wind itself, and there are others, like, you just, because it doesn't want you to summon all of the Roid monsters that are like Speed Roids. So, because of that, you can't summon like Jet Roid, for example. But yeah, the Roids are all atrocious. Like, every card in this archetype is bad. It's actually crazy. He's going to battle phase. No, is it a bot? Is it a bot? Normally I wouldn't care, but I think it's a bot. I never look at the names at all. I get all hyped. Damn, I thought for once in my life I was actually playing against a Roid deck. I was honestly excited. I was actually kind of excited. I was like, is this the first Roid player of all time? And it isn't. It's not the first Roid player of all time. Okay, so we're going to start. This Jellyfish doesn't negate trap cards. You gotta just be ready for shit. The Makenko Promise, yeah, it's obviously that card's not doing anything. We just summon that out and go to battle phase. Just rip everything. I mean, plus we have a negate now on the board. Yeah, we're cooking right now. It's over. Obviously, this guy's a bot now that I see it. But that Patroid threw me off. Where do you even get a Patroid if you're a bot? Where do you get that? You opening the Roid box? Yeah, this archetype might be one of the worst ever. Like, this card is the Stratos of this deck. It adds 2 Roid monsters from graveyard. It can't even add 2 Roid monsters from hand. Like, it doesn't even add to... If it added 2 Roid monsters from the deck, we could consider this maybe being a decent starter in like Speed Roids. Even in its own deck, it would be a decent starter. I'm going to solemn this just because I'm just trying to speed shit up. Like, it would be a decent card in that deck. But, like, even in this archetype, it's still not good enough. Like, this is so much worse than Stratos. This is so much worse. It pays half your life points to fusion summon. Like, that's it. Like, there's cards that fusion summon on the field without paying half your life points. And I know this came out before Ecclesia, but this is like 1/3 of what Ecclesia does. And on top of that, it's worse because you better pay life points. This guy's terrible. This guy's terrible. Look at this. This card's tribute summoning with a Roid monster. Banish all small trap cards on the field. Non-targeting destruction for small trap cards. It's level 8. You actually have to hard summon it. Yeah, this card is... That deck is just... It's just not there. And it's like... It's either locked in the GX nonsense. Yeah, it's either locked in the GX nonsense, or it's locked in early Link nonsense, because that deck came out when Links were still kind of like brand new, so they had to come up with a bunch of ways that you could fusion summon like reasonably, and that's kind of why the other side of the deck really sucks. If you click on this, you've got this boss monster. He's atrocious too. During the end phase, target one word monster, main monster zone, return that to the hand. It's very much about main monster zone, extra monster zone, because it's either nerfed by links or it's nerfed by just being roids. Okay, so we just drew that. Sure. I mean, this duel is pretty much one we just attacked directly, but yeah, it's kind of sad that this is the duel that was against the bot. This was a really, really exciting potential game because we had a really good hand, which unfortunately we drew against the bot. Alright, so here we go. We're opening a master pack. We have yet to really get a real game here or pull anything crazy. We did pull a UR and an SR, and neither of them were really all that useful. But we'll see what this one is. Blackwing. I don't even bother reading those anymore. I think they're going to be useful. High Speed Roid, Garbage Lord's a free summon, Dragon Master, Speed Roid, Madolce Dessert. High Rarity Archetype needs 1,000,000 cards to be useful. We got our 4th Garbage Lord, 5, 6. Alright, we have won the coin flip. I'll be honest with you. If my opponent can establish the unaffected by everything guy, I have 0 chance of winning. I think we just ash this, hope for the best. If we can just prevent them from getting to the pearly cards, we probably can win. Yeah, let's cross out designate. We can't win this matchup. This matchup is a done deal. Even without the cross out designator, if he gets to 1 monster, we basically lose. Okay, we won the coin flip. The hand is pretty good. I think this is Earth, right? Yep, Earth. Okay, beautiful. And Gozen's great. Pacifist. Gozen's a last resort. Gozen, I will only activate. What do they possibly have? Maxi. I won't be special summoning this turn. That's fine. Thank God they opened it in this duel. And they don't know how to use it. That's great. Okay, so this I'll put down the middle to pop the middle. This we'll use afterwards. Gozen is an absolute last resort. I'm not using it. This I'm going to be able to activate from the hand if I have a normal monster. So there's no point to set it anyway. Yeah, I'm not using that unless it's a last resort. The Gozen match I'm referring to. Because as good as Gozen match is, I don't want to lock myself into Earth or anything. He's playing Dark Magician, okay. Okay, we'll see. We'll see what he does. Honestly, Gozen's pretty much dead anyway. The only reason I would activate is because you get double negates. If you have this and this active, you can negate 2 cards. That's the only reason I would even run it. Yes, he's going to put something back. Yeah, Pacifist, obviously. In this particular deck, I think we want more pops because we want to pop that Eternal Soul whenever the hell he adds it. Right? We want to probably Eternal Soul. I mean, we can negate, like, Rod right now, which can stop him from getting to a monster. Actually, because we already have the pop for the Eternal Soul anyway, I'm just going to negate the Rod right now. So if he summons Rod, I negate it, and then he does stop him from extending any further. He's going to discard to summon the girl, the Dark Magician girl. Diabellstar. I'm going to be honest with you, I didn't see that coming. Yeah, Sinful Spoils card. Be honest with you, I'm probably just going to do this. Cut him off this engine. This engine's a little dangerous. Yeah, this engine's a little scary. This whole Diabellstar line. I'm not trying to deal with that right now. Now he kind of has to summon here so I can use Prey. This is another great card. I kind of have to waste a Phantasm Spiral card on this. I don't want to. Again, I don't want to, but I kind of have to. Because honestly, that engine's disgusting. He drew insane. This guy drew so well. He drew Maxi, a 1-card engine, and another 1-card engine. Now he gets to summon the Dark Magician. Hopefully he summons it here. Please summon it here. Please summon it here. Please summon it here. Oof. Thank God. Yep, put Chaining on. Do we negate it and destroy it? Do we negate it and destroy it? Or do we just save the negate for later? This will let him add a Dark Magician card. Actually, I can't negate it and destroy it. I can negate it. But like, no, I'm just gonna destroy it. Activate this, Prey of Jurai Gumo. I'm just gonna destroy it, and then I'll negate like the next effect, so I'm good. I gotta keep in mind that he does have Rod in hand, but he's also gonna search another Dark Magician card in a moment here. This card's special summoned. Yeah, this card's really good too. On the field and graveyard's Dark Magician, so it basically searches every turn. You're gonna add Soul Servant. This card's obviously really good. Yeah, place one. I can negate this, but he can still draw. I don't think it's that important to negate. Like I said, this guy opened really well. We really might not be able to survive this. Even we opened well too, but he opened even better than we opened, and we opened well. Yeah, he opened really well. The only reason maybe we win, the only reason I activate Gozen is I can potentially get him stuck on this Dark Magician girl. That's the only reason I might actually have to Gozen match here. So he's gonna search. Yeah, he's gonna draw the Dark Magician girl, which is a light monster, right? Is she a light? Is she a dark too? Damn, she's a dark. She's in this archetype. Why is she a dark? I guess that's just how it is. I thought it was the whole archetype was a light archetype. Yeah, he's gonna add the Shining Sarcophagus. So the only thing left in his hand at this moment is the Magician's Rod. So he has Shining Sarcophagus. He has nothing but Magician's Rod left. Yeah, Sarcophagus. That'll add the Dark Magician. Because what does Magician's Rod even search at this point? We can just negate this, stop him from getting the Dark Magician. And the next turn just attack. Because what the hell does Rod even search at this point? Oh, it adds the Eye of Timaeus card that summons Dragoon. So that's what we negate. That is what we actually negate. Yeah, we actually negate that. Because this just summons, yeah, the Dark Magician, dude. Yeah, this guy's really good, but I think Dragoon is just a little bit better. Yeah, Shining Sarcophagus. No choice there. And this guy does have recursion. He has, never mind, he lost Diabell Star, but he's got that. I'm gonna link into Verte Anaconda. If he activates this, we definitely activate the Apophis. Okay, perfect. And that's why we save these negates. Send Red Eyes Fusion. Yep, 100%. Activate Apophis. Yep, 100%. That's why we save the negates. Summon this out. Yes, negate cards on field. Negate this. We also have 6,000 damage on board, which is great. But he does have a 500 attack monster. And he's going to summon Rod and search now. Because Rod is only a normal summon. Like I said, we aren't playing particularly bad. Neither is he. We didn't negate the card's activation. We just negated the effect. But this can summon during his turn anyway. He can summon during my turn, I mean to say. He can summon during my turn. Yeah, Link away. SP Little Knight. Probably get rid of the field spell. And even his extra deck is dark. Even his extra deck. Okay. He did not use the effective SP Little Knight to banish. He goes to end phase. Okay. I don't know what the story there was. Did he lock himself? Power Sing Stone. I am always late with this card. This card is like my main issue. I again forgot to add SP Little Knight. But I don't know if that really would have mattered anyway. But I did forget to add it. I honestly don't think I'd make SP Little Knight in this situation regardless. But it could have been useful. So now we just go to battle phase. Obviously just attack with this. Yeah, he's got a bunch of random stuff down there. I should have attacked with a different order of monsters here, because I actually... Yeah, I should have... I should crash this. It'll let me replay. Thank God he did this. But it'll let me replay in a moment here. But I should crash this 100%. He's going to summon Dragoon. This gets shuffled into the deck at the end of the turn or something like that. Alright, let me just make sure. He has no hand either. Okay, banish it during the end phase of the next turn. So at the end of the next turn, he gets to... Damn, bro. Goddamn Dragoon. Replay attack, yes. Then we crash this so we can get ourselves some cards off the pacifist card. So, yeah, we do that. Destroy that. That's important to get that off the field. And now we attack with our strongest monster. Yeah, attack with that. Main phase 2. Set power sync stone. Chaining on, end phase, and then we immediately activate stuff. This does not get outed now, but it does get outed at the end of this turn, so we're not, this isn't the end of the world. We're still in a decent situation. We'll activate this to try to bait out Dragoon. If it doesn't bait out Dragoon, that's also fine. Perfect, that's fine. And we get to summon a token, because he's out at the end of this turn. These things are over, so... Okay, that's fine. Yeah, so... Things are over at the end of this turn, because now he has no more negates. And this is leaving the field soon, so he's going to go to 4,000, that's fine. That gets destroyed. We activate this. He has no negate for it. Okay, summon that in defense mode now, because now we're on defense. Activate the effect to search. Yeah, activate the effect to search. Definitely grabbing ourselves the power. Or battle, not power. Okay, okay. So now he has Dragoon. Did he use any normal monsters at all for this? Okay, he's going to activate that. 100% we activate. Phantasm power. Or battle. We activate battle. Pop that immediately. This can be destroyed, just not by monster effect. So that can be destroyed. So that's gone. That's cool. Now he has Dragoon, which at the end of the turn is getting shuffled back. He can attack us. But again, I don't think he can... He didn't use any normal monsters to summon. So he's really... he can out something, but that's about it. He can out one thing. He's going to attack this of all monsters. Why this? I don't know. I guess this one comes back and this is more attack. But like, if I'm him, I attack this. But to each their own, I suppose. Yeah, I'd rather get rid of Prey of Jiraigumo if I'm him. And then end phase, that gets banished. Oh, never mind. He's going to summon this thing. I didn't think about that. I did not think about that. Yeah, I did not think about that. Now we're in a little bit of a pickle here. Illusion of Chaos. I thought we had that. I'm gonna be honest with you, I thought we had that for a second, but now it's like... His engine's really, really good. I'm just happy that we're finally playing a game here. That's what I'm happy about. Because there was so many situations where we didn't even get a game out of this. And now he just goes full Dark Magician combo. Because how many games did we have where it was just like they scooped, it was a bot, nothing happened. It was like a lot of games of that, so I'm actually glad that we are being able to play like a full game here. He's going to summon this. Or which Dark Magician? Regular Dark Magician? I don't even know where you put that in the graveyard. I didn't even see. Summon regular Dark Magician, put that in graveyard. He's already gone to battle, right? He should have did all this before he went to battle. Yeah, he could have wiped my board. Add a dark spellcaster. You can add Diabellstar back. And he's gonna summon. Can't she? How did you special summon her? Discard another card. Why would you summon this? He has no spell trap cards. What is he gonna make now? Oh, he's gonna tribute summon her? Oh yeah, just plain tribute summon. Yeah, I suppose. And then you can add a Shining Sarcophagus. Oh, but it's negated. Why is it negated? I don't know. I don't know why it's negated, but it's negated. I have no idea why it's negated. Okay, it says right here you can add a level 5 or higher, but you can't activate effects for the rest of the turn with that card's name. Send a spawn trap card from your hand. Yeah, and this guy scoops because he's falling. He fell apart because he didn't realize he negated his own effects. Yeah, his deck wasn't that bad. He just played really bad. He should have won that duel. But honestly, if people didn't play bad against us, we would never have gotten this far, because that's who we win against, people who play bad. That's honestly, if you have a competent deck and you're in gold, unless you don't play often, I mean, you've got to be pretty decent. Like, you've got to be halfway bad to be in gold. You either don't play a lot, or you have a or you have a bad deck, or you play bad. Okay, this is what my opponent was playing. He had a really good deck. He even opened really, really well. Like, really well. He had, like, what do you have? He had Diabell Star. He had the Primite package. He opened the Lordly Load. So he opened those two, and then he opened this, and then on top of that he opened Maxi. And crazy enough, he didn't open any of the Bystials, which would have been useless against us. So he actually opened really, really well, all things considered. Okay, let's open up another Master Pack. Yeah, that guy, he opened really well. There's a lot of cards in his deck that would have been totally useless, like unusable against us, and he didn't open any of them. He opened really good stuff. Synchro, Panic, Amazement, Super Heavy Samurai, Cyberdark, Kappa, Vendread, and another Regenesis of the exact same one we pulled earlier in the episode. But I guess the more Regenesis you get, the better, because they're all once you have one of them, they're all good, right? Once you have one of them, or once you have enough big Regenesis monsters on the field, they all become kind of decent. And then we've got, is that our play set of that card? We had four copies of that card, all repeats, getting to the point where not only are they all repeats, they're all triplets and quintuplets. Okay, I'm gonna switch decks now. Not because like the deck did bad. The deck actually did quite well, honestly. I just want to play different decks. So somebody told me to add the Water Barrier statue to this deck. I will do it. I don't know how useful that will actually be. I don't know why I typed in water, but okay, found that. Okay, yeah, I'm going to add Water Barrier statue to this deck. Some people told me to take out things like some of the trap cards in this deck. I'm a little afraid with this deck because just to add more water extenders. I'm a little afraid with this deck because it's like, this is another one of those decks, kind of like Swordsoul, where if we get Max Seed, we pass on nothing. So at least if we have the trap cards, we pass on something. Because I could just make this deck 100% water extenders, but the problem with 100% water extenders, then we lose sometimes. Because then it's like, okay, they Max C us, they Mulch Army us, we literally just lose the duel. So sometimes it actually is useful to have some of this other stuff. I don't know why I play Lost Wind in this deck particularly, because it's not like this deck mills or discards. I don't know why, like why I'm playing this here but not others. I just kind of, the time I built it. I think the Solemns are really good right now. Gozen is really good right now. Crackdown, I guess I don't need to be playing Crackdown. We'll save it there. We'll cut it down. Now we'll have a larger guarantee to see some of our extenders and stuff like that. Kurikara, we'll play for now. We'll see how this goes. All right, we won the coin flip. Oof, that's a great hand. That is a great hand. It's a bunch of water extenders. But again, like the problem with Marincess is, even if you open, no matter how many monsters you open that are all special summons, the best you could usually do is an Aqua Argonaut. Like, maybe that. Maybe you end on a bubble. Like, then you gotta, oh, if you want Bubble Reef, you gotta end on. You gotta summon 8 water monsters to even get this far, which is a little rough. So we'll special summon out. We'll special summon this out. Normal Piscalis, special Seahorse. I think we just keep our zones cleared on one side. Yep, activate, summon Seahorse. Cool, then we go Seahorse, summon Blue Slug. Yeah, Blue Slug. And we play into Nibiru too, that's the other kind of problem. Yeah, summon this back. Seahorse is a 1-card full combo, which is kind of nice. Special this out. Special this out, put the Sea Angel into play. And we have enough Marincess monsters where we have pretty much everything. Dive. We don't get dive. You got to get Battle Ocean because we don't have another way to search dive right now. We go Marincess. Battle Ocean. Special. This out. Target this. Summon this out. Go Coral Anemone. Use these two. Yep. Honestly, everything's looking pretty good. If you ask me. Summon back Seahorse. I don't think I have to point in some weird direction with this, do I? No, right? Coral Triangle. This and this to recover. Sure. Yes. Some of these two back. Coral Triangle. Yep. Activate this effect. Target this to add back. Why couldn't I use this? Send one water monster. Oh, it's a on activation effect. Your opponent. Yeah, sure. Okay. Activate this effect. Send title, which actually seems kind of crazy. Add Marincess wave. Yeah, kind of seems insane. Yeah, we can activate title as a follow-up if we want to. We can also add this back. Use this too. This doesn't really do... This is a great follow-up card. This is pretty decent. What does this do again? Once per turn, standby phase, draw one water monster. During each standby phase, draw one. Banish one water monster from a graveyard or face up on the field, draw. Shaman card is banished, gains 600. When Marincess, a hand, special summon Marincess. This isn't bad. I just don't know when it would come up. Maybe follow-up, maybe grind game. I don't know. I've never played that particular card running Marincess, but I'm sure there's a time and place for everything. I don't know when. Oh shit! I forgot to run this. It's fine though. It's good thing we have enough cards on field where I can make mistakes. Yeah, good thing we have enough cards. So we'll just make a Crystal Heart here. Real quick. Battle Ocean. No, not yet. We got to make it with Crystal Heart. That way we get all the advantages. So we just do this and this. And now we attach with Aqua Argonaut. Yep, activate. Attach onto Aqua Argonaut. I think we just have any benefit from being attached. No, I think you just use the unaffected effect. Okay, so I think we do this for sure. Yes, another card, and I think we got to save this back here. This is a follow-up card, so we do this, yes, and then we do, not that it matters, but we'll do this right here. And then we can summon title, but like for what reason would we summon a title? We'll just save it for later. Marincess wave, you control a Marincess target one face of monster, you get that effect. And then we can activate this from our hand. Okay, so now we just go to end phase. We have Spell Trap negate, a monster that's unaffected by everything, that's 4,300 attack. And then we have a Marincess wave, which is monster negate. So we have a monster negate, Spell Trap negate. We can bounce during our turn. Like it's not bad. Nothing here is bad, but nothing here is exceptional. And realistically, if they had Mole Charmied us, we would have just passed. So we got to see what they're doing. They've got the Naturia card. Their name, I just realized, I was so locked in on summoning. Their name is a random scramble of letters. So they could be a bot, or they could be a person who doesn't know how to spell anything right. Okay, we've got Radiant Typhoon card. So if they're playing Radiant Typhoon, we're not doing so hot. Okay, they're setting in the main phase. Good to see. Actually, if the Radiant Typhoon was around, it's a tough matchup because they could just keep targeting this field spell until it gets destroyed. Yeah, this is a bot. I run into Radiant Typhoon on the main account. I really haven't suffered too much from playing against this deck on this account, but it's definitely very good. It's definitely very good. I think we played against it once on this account. I believe we stopped them, and then they just scooped. But we actually, yeah, we comboed off here. I still have to kind of figure out where I'm supposed to make Crystal Heart, where I'm supposed to make other stuff, because I both have to make a Link 3 and a Link 2. So I have to kind of keep in mind where I would do those things. I have to figure that out. Okay, that's not bad. I think I'm just going to attack and just save time. No need for all this extra stuff. There's not even a point to like... Yeah, there's no point to even do any shenanigans in terms of... There's no point to even flex. Like, I have no reason to do anything. I'm just going to win this duel, go get another master pack. But I need to kind of... Now that I have the monster that's unaffected by everything, I actually have to watch some of the combo lines. Because now that I realize it, I have the Link 3, which I have to use to search the trap card. But when am I supposed to use the Crystal Heart? So is it now that do I need 5 monsters now? Whereas before, the Seahorse used to be full combo. Is the Seahorse not full combo anymore? It's a good question. It's a good question. I'll figure it out. Okay, let's open up a... Oh no, I don't even know why I'm checking this. I was going to say, let's open up a master pack. I went over here. My brain's fried. Okay, now we open up a master pack where the world makes sense. Let's open up a master pack and see what happens. We got a guaranteed UR. Always nice to see. It almost faded for a second there. What was going on? We did combo off kind of hard there. And it's hidden. I love when the UR is hidden because I don't know which one it's going to be. That's a free summon. It's a normal monster too, right? So we can potentially play it. The Pacifist deck. Mermill. Baby Spider. Raid Raptor. It's a holo. It is Illegal Knight. This card's really good. But you need so much for it, I think. It's a level 7. If you control no monsters or an adventurer token, special summons card from your hand. Actually... It's just a good free summon. It's totally free. Yeah, that's a free summon. That goes into our level 7 deck for sure. This is just a free summon. If you control no monsters, special summon. Deal. It's just a free summon. If you control an adventure token, you can target 2 cards your opponent controls. Give control of this card to your opponent. If you do, return those cards to the hand. Okay. Okay, well, we don't have a way to summon adventure tokens, but that's not a bad card. Silver Claw and Crystal Brilliance. Is that a new card or an old card? Each Crystal Beast gains attack equals to its original defense. That could be kind of decent, honestly. Is this our first copy of this? No. No, it's not. That's not bad. I think this is a newer card, too. I don't think this is old. Yeah. If a Crystal Beast is placed in your spawn trap cards, even during the damage step, you can send the face-up card, special summon Crystal Beast from your hand or graveyard. Also, damage you take is halved. Okay. I gotta check what Crystal Beasts I have, because there's a lot of good low-rarity stuff you could do with Crystal Beasts. Actually, let me see. I think we have, like, this or something. I don't remember what we have. It doesn't tell me here. They need to fix this. They need to make it so you know how many of these you have. You don't have to go to your deck builder just to find out. But, like, this is a low-rarity card that's very good. This is a low-rarity card that's very good. This is actually a low-rarity card that's very good, too, but you have to reveal a high-rarity card to do it. But I gotta go check, because there's some really, really good low-rarity builds of Crystal Beasts that you can definitely get away with. Because, like, a lot of these cards are good. Even, like, Crystal Miracle is good, but it's an SR. But, no, there's a lot of very good low-rarity builds of this deck that you can play. Okay, let's check out Crystal Beasts. We have 3 copies. Again, this card's really not bad. When you look at the stats of Crystal Beasts, we have every single one. That's really good. Every one of the Crystal Beasts we have. Except for Sapphire. Pegasus, which is only a rare and is the best monster in the archetype. Damn, man. So, this card's really good, and this card's really... It's actually kind of sad, because it's not like it's a high rarity. If it was a UR, it's like, I don't have it, that sucks. But, like, this is actually really low rarity. I didn't even realize it was... I would expect this to be at least a super rare. Like, this is basically the boss monster of the deck. That's crazy. Obviously, this I don't have. Don't give a shit, because it's a high rarity card. But this is actually kind of sad to see. Now, the positive thing about this card that we just pulled, Crystal Brilliance, attack plus defense, if you look, they have decent stats when you add the attack and defense. Not the ones I'm showing right now. But like this turtle becomes 26. That's not bad for a normal summon. This Amber Mammoth, how much is that? Like 34? Is that 34? Did I calculate that right? No, it's 33. 33 is not bad for a normal summon. 26 normal summon, not bad. 22 normal summons, not bad. This is 3,000 normal summon, and it puts a card in your back row if we had it. But unfortunately, we do not. We also have the Rainbow Bridge, searches the entire Spoiled Trap card lineup, which we have a bunch of, actually. Do we have Conclave? We do have Conclave. We have Crystal Brilliance. We have Crystal Boon. Do we have the Ultimate Crystal Monsters? Do we have those? We have the Awakening, which is a very good card. Do we have... We do have an Ultimate Crystal Monster. Damn, man. Why do we not have this stupid Sapphire Pegasus? This honestly looks like it could be very good. Like, it really does. Like, we're missing the most important card. But honestly, even without it, this could be a decent little control deck. It could. It could be a decent little control deck engine. For sure. And then Illegal Knight. Where do you go, Mr. Illegal Knight? Rank 7 deck. I haven't touched this in a while. This deck dies very quickly. If Galaxy Tomahawk doesn't work out, it dies. But it's the name of the game, unfortunately. I've checked our other rank 7s because I've uploaded videos about this deck before, and every time I upload, people are like, a rank 7 deck with one rank 7. Have you looked at rank 7s lately? Have you looked at rank 7s? First of all, these are all the ones we've got, but even if you look at all of them, right? This is a decent one. This is a decent one in Pendulums. This is The majority of these cards are atrocious. This one attacks directly. Okay, sure. I don't even know what this one does. I haven't read it, but 3 or more. This is another good rank 7. This is okay. Like, the rank 7 package is horrible. This is all of them. We have probably like 40% of them. The rank 7 package is awful. This one's like, okay. This one is good in a specific deck, and these are all like fairly new, and these are all decent in like, again, they're decent in their own archetype, but like they're just okay. Like, this pool is so shallow. It really is. Rank 7s really need more support, and I'm not just saying that because I have a deck like built around it, but like, this is the greatest rank 7 of all time, and it dies to 1 imp. Okay, let's open up the legacy tickets. Hopefully get something useful out of these. Once in a while you do get something useful. Like the water barrier statue. We didn't open it today, but we could have. We could. I mean, we played against the bots, so I mean, any card would have won. Cure Mermaid. I think that card's useless. I don't remember. Nitro Warrior, Psychic Overload. That card's actually not bad for a Psychic deck. It's actually, I think you shuffle back 3, draw 2. It's not bad. Creator Incarnate. This card's not bad. I think we have it already. Yeah, it's like, it's good for this deck. It's good. You could probably get away with using it in like Mitsurugi or something similar to that, but it's DD Recruits. Yeah, the Mitsurugi has too many, like, at this point regular rituals are too slow to be usable, which is why Mitsurugi had to be made, because you literally ritual summon from your deck. You have to do stuff like that because regular rituals are just, they're too resource intensive. Way too resource intensive. You have to tribute cards from your hand and field, and you have to use a spell, and you have to have the monster in hand. It's a 3-card combo at best. If you're talking classic rituals, it's just not good enough. You have to break it. That's one of those things, like, rituals were one of the few decks that came out, like the new summoning mechanics, and just never took off. And then eventually, the only time it took off was because of the demise stuff. That was the first time it actually took off, and then that deck got bad, and then you have to wait all the way until Necros. Once per turn, changes to face down, just flip target one monster. That's not bad, actually. That would have been fun, early Masochist. That would have been fun. Red Poton, Hollow is... Ooh! That's not bad. That is actually not bad. When your opponent activates a monster fire, you control a B Trooper monster. Negate the activation if you do destroy it. We do have a very large B Trooper pile. Very large. That's actually not bad. We have an insect deck somewhere. and this card is searchable in that deck. And we do have the guy who searches the spawn trap cards during your end phase. Discards in your grave. You control insect with 3,000 or more attack. Banish one insect. Set it. This card's really a decent pull. That's a really good pull actually for that deck. It's a great. That really is 3 more packs. That's a great pull. That's the best card we've pulled out of legacy tickets since the water barrier statue. It's not bad at all. This guy is a secret rare. Actually, that's a secret rare drawn by a fan. They won a contest. It's a weird looking insect, and then yeah, it's actually not. That's a cool card. It's not very good, but it is drawn by a fan. Pendulum Machine alternate art. Yeah, this card is actually drawn by a fan of the game. Kind of interesting. I don't know how they came up with this. There's a few cards that came out. It was a secret rare. It was very, very expensive. There's like a whole batch of them, and then they just stopped and never did that again. Alright, I haven't touched this deck in a while. It's all the way at the bottom. This deck could definitely be cut down, for sure. For sure, but... Okay, so this deck, there's a lot of adjustments that we can make. We haven't touched it in a while. So first things first, we did pull this. It's a really great card for this deck. It's a negate. This deck definitely needs to be cut down. For sure. We can definitely look at this, because this deck is actually kind of decent. We have this, which is very good. It's basically like a tour guide for the archetype. We have B Trooper Scale Bomber. That's a great card. Some of these can definitely be cut out. The thing about insects is there's so many cards that just special summon. Like, there's even more than this. That's the crazy thing about insects. There's so many cards that it's like, if you control an insect, summon this. Yeah, it's just literally, it's like, if you control an insect, special summon this. If you summon this card, special summon an insect. There's so many cards that do this. We're not even playing all of them. We're not even showing all of them. Like, there's so damn many. But we can definitely cut this deck down and make something happen here, because this card's really good. We have another one of this. This thing's basically Monster Reborn, and I forget what it's called when you switch two monsters, your monster and your opponent's monster. I forget what that's called. Creature swap. This card is Monster Reborn and Creature swap on one card. It's really, really good. Like, there's so many amazing cards here. We have this. We have the Ultimate Insect. This is another deck that we can definitely make things happen. But we really have to, see it. We have this. It is searchable, only with the Sting Lancer, which I don't know if we can search this, because I honestly don't recall the combo lines. But this is probably searchable also. I don't remember. Let me see all the cards in this archetype. How do you search some of this stuff? I don't remember. This gives you the double normal summon. This is the summons a token. This is the fusion spell, which we can use technically to summon this if we wanted to. So we have the fusion spell. This special summons back from graveyard, and then you burn yourself. This summons tokens. This is the counter trap. Does this search? No, this is free summon when you summon something. This summons itself. How do you search in this archetype? Am I missing something? Is there a way to search in this archetype, or do you just have to open Sting Lancer? Because I haven't played this deck in a really long time, and I actually don't remember. Okay, I think it's this. I think it's the Link 4. Lets you special summon a B Trooper monster from your deck. Tribute an insect in the special summon. Oh yeah, I think this is the way to do it. But we don't have this, obviously. The Fortress Invincible Atlas. We don't have this card. So yeah, you would summon this and then tribute an insect. Special summon the Sting Lancer, and then you can search a spawn trap card, so you search the counter trap. I think that's how you do that in this deck. I haven't touched it in a really, really long time. But this deck is obviously... It's quite good, honestly, when you have it fully built. La, 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 la.